Hi guys, this is Shivadi. Welcome to the Groovy tutorial. In this session, I am going to explain string concept in Groovy. Before we go ahead and see string concept in Groovy, first let us look at how we are going to create strings in Java. In Java, we can create strings in two different ways. One using the string literal representation, another one using the string object. But in the case of Groovy, there are multiple ways you are going to create strings. Those things we are going to look at in this session. So I'm going to open my Eclipse and I'm creating a new, right click, new, and we have this, then look for Groovy class. Okay, and I'm giving package name as com.sivajavatechie.groovy, and here I'm giving Groovy strings. I would like to have a main method in this class. I'm clicking finish. Now first let us look at how we are going to create a strings in Java. String str1 equal to, this is string literal, and another way of how we are going to create is string str2 equal to new string of, this is string objects. So these are the two different ways we can create strings in Java. But in the case of Groovy, there are different ways you are going to create. Out of that, first one is single quote string. How we are going to define? Def single quote equal to, you can put single quote, this is single quote string. Okay, now print ln single quote. Now when I run this program, you can see the output as, this is single quote string. Now whenever you create a string using the single quote, this is exactly equal to Java string, that is java.lang.string. So it is exactly equivalent to the java.lang.string. It does not support string interpolation. What string interpolation means, I am going to explain in a minute, but remember that whenever you define a single quote string in Groovy, it is exactly equivalent to the java.lang.string, but it does not support string interpolation. And another way you can create a string in Groovy is, sorry, this is a typo mistake, this is single quote string. And next one is triple single quote string. How we are going to specify triple single quote is triple single quote equal to triple single quote, and here you can specify that this is triple single quote also support multi-line. In the case of Java, if you want to construct a string with the multiple lines, ideally what we are going to do is, we are going to do the concatenation with the many strings, and then we are going to form the string using the concatenation operator. This is new line. Like this, you have to construct the string with the multi lines. But in the case of Groovy, it comes with the concept of inbuilt strings. If you want to provide a support for the multi-lines, then you can use the triple single quote strings. Then by default it is going to support the multi-line. There is no need of actually appending or the concatenation with the plus symbol. Okay, now I am going to print this value. Print ln triple single quote. Now you can run this program. Now you can see that multi-line automatically by default it is going to be printed. Okay, so this is a triple single quoted and also support the multi-line. But in this case, if you hit enter and then you can add it, then you can you can see that there is a new line character we have entered. So by default what happens is whenever you enter and the value put it, automatically new line will be part of the triple single quote. Now when I execute this program, you can see that there is a new line will be inserted between the first output and second output. If you see here, this is the new line, empty line it has inserted. So in order to escape the new line, what you can say is put the forward slash, then automatically new line character will be escaped from the output. Okay, now there is no new line. And now if comes to the concept, triple single quotes is also equivalent to the Java string, whereas in the case of Java strings, it does not support the multi-line concept, but in the case of triple single quoted in Groovy, it is going to support the multi-line in the strings, and also it does not support interpolation. Interpolation does not support interpolation. So these two strings does not support interpolation. I am going to explain that one in a little bit. Okay, so these are the two ways we have seen, and the third one is using the double quote strings. Double quote strings. How we are going to define string is double quote equal to, we'll put double quotes and you can specify this is double quote string. So this is equivalent to the almost equivalent to the java.lang.string if it does not have any G expressions. Now let me explain here, let me pause a minute here and I will explain what is meant by string interpolation. String interpolation. What it means is, in the case of Groovy, it is possible that an string can have an G expression that is going to start with a dollar, open parenthesis, open curly braces and close curly braces. In between, you can pass some expression or the values. Now, for example, I have defined employee name there. Now, what I can specify def emp name equal to, I'll specify Siva Reddy. Now, what string interpolation means is, there is a possibility that a Groovy string can have an G expression. Then what string interpolation is going to do is, it is going to identify what are the G expressions involved in the string, and automatically that expression will be calculated and a value is going to be returned. So in this particular use case, what happens is EMP name is nothing but the Shiva Reddy. So whenever it is going to print this double quote, what it is going to do is it will identify there is a G expression. It will look for what is the value corresponding that, and it is going to be replaced. Now, when I print this value, print ln double quote, sorry, print ln double quote. Now, Now when I run this program, you can see the output as Siva Reddy. Okay, but whereas in the case of single quote and triple single quote, it really does not care whether it is an expression or not. That means EMP name I can specify. Here also I can specify that an expression EMP name. Then it is really not care about this expression. It thinks that single quote and triple single quote treats the strings as a normal strings. It does not really bother about whether the string contains the G string or G expression or not. But in the case of double quote, it first looks for if there is any G expression is involved, then it is going to replace the value of it. And similarly, even G expression can have in statements. What I mean to say is int a equal to 10. This is a one statement I can say. Int b equal to 20, and even an expression can be put it in the G expression. So now when I run this program, it automatically identifies the int a value, b value, and it is going to print that result of it. But whenever you put a G expression with the multiple statements, make sure that the last statement should be the last statement should have an expression which is going to return a value. But it is not recommended that you can use multiple statements in the G expressions. That is we call as a string interpolation. So interpolation is a concept which is going to replace the expression value with the actual value. And similarly, we have, and one more point here is that if there is no G expression involved in this particular double quote string, then which is equivalent to the java.lang.string, but if there is any expression G expression involved in that, then which is going to be equivalent to the groovy dot, which is going to be equivalent to groovy dot lang dot G string. Okay, so the next concept, the next way how we can create is using the triple double quote string. So def triple double quote. What is the difference here is that here it is going to support the multi-line. So if I say here, this is triple double quote string line 1, line 2, line 3. And also it is going to support G expression. That means string interpolation is going to be supported. Now $emp name. Okay, now when I run this program, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to print this value, print ln triple double quote. Now when I run this program, you can see that it has expressed the value, it is replaced the G expression with the value, and also it is supported the multi-line. So this is the functionality of this one. Here also if you see here, there is a new line, that means empty new line inserted between the triple double quoted versus the double quote. If you want to escape that new line character, then put the forward slash. Now when I run this program, this time you don't see new line will be inserted between the double quote output versus the triple double quote result. Now if you see here, there is no space. And the another way you can create strings is slashy strings. Slashy strings. So slashy strings are very useful whenever you are working with the regular expressions or the patterns. So slashy string equal to, you need to put the forward slashes. Between forward slashes you can have the content. So this is slashing string also support multi-line. Also it is going to support string interpolation. emp name. Now when I print this slash string, print ln slash string, now you can see that it is going to be string interpolation happens. It also supports the multi-line, and it is very useful whenever you are working with the regular expressions. This is going to be very simple to handle because there is no need of actually escaping the backward slashes. Okay, that is what the concept of the slashy strings. And one more way you can create strings is dollar slashy strings. So how we are going to define that one is dollar slashing string equal to the dollar forward dollar. In between you can put the content of it. Okay, so this is dollar slash a string also support multi-line and string interpolation. Dollar, and then you can put the expression. When I print this value, print ln dollar slash e strings, dollar slash e string. Now when I, sorry, it's a typo mistake, print ln. Now when I run this program, you can see that this is a dollar slash string, and also similarly here there is a new line character, it is got introduced. If you want to remove it, just put as a forward slash. It is a forward slash is nothing but the escape character for the new line. And finally we have a small concept here. Whenever we are working with the strings, G strings, so there is a small difference. In the case of Java strings, string str1 str3 equal to hello, string str4 equal to hello. So in the case of Java, these two hash codes are going to be same because the content whatever we have specified equals, so these are going to be stored in the same location. How we can justify that? Print ln str3 dot hashcode and str4 dot hashcode. Okay, so these two actually equal. So when I run this program, these two addresses are going to be equal. If you see, these two are equal. In the case of Groovy also, if there is no G expression involved in the particular string, then this is going to result into the same addresses. this is going to have the same address. But now what I am going to do is I am going to append an G expression here, that is EMP name. What is the EMP name we have provided? It is Siva Reddy. So here I am going to return exact the same value here. In this case, in this particular use case, this string and this string does not result into the same hash code. So when I run this program, you can see that these two now does not have the same addresses. So from this what we understood is, if there is any G expression involved in the particular string, then G strings is different than Java strings. But if there is no G expression involved in the particular string, then which is exactly equivalent to the Java strings, that is java.lang.string. And once you have defined or any type of strings you are going to define here, like either it is a $/ strings or slash strings or the triple single quote or triple double quote strings, all the whatever the operation you are going to perform in the Java language which holds good. What it means is, for example, this is the $/strings, this is the $/string. I want to convert into this string to upper. Okay, so this is going to holds good. Now print ln, that means whatever the string operations you are doing in the Java using the string on the strings, everything is going to holds good even in the Groovy strings also. Okay, so now it has converted into the uppercase. So at high level, I want to repeat once again what are the Groovy strings, how many different ways you are going to create strings in Groovy at some table format. So single quote, the syntax is going to be the single quote, and between that you can define a string which is exactly equivalent to the Java strings. Triple single quoted strings is going to you are going to place the content between the triple single quote. It is going to support the multi-line, and if you want to escape the new line character, put the /. Double quote, exactly if there is any G expression is involved, then it is comes under the Groovy string. If there is no G expression is involved, then it is equivalent to the Java string. It is going to support the string interpolated, and it does not have the multi-line support. In the case of triple double quoted, it will be placed under the triple double quotes. In between you can have the content, and it is, if there is any G expression is there, it is going to evaluate that expression and it is going to replace, and it is going to support the multi-line. If you want to escape the new line, then you can put the /. Similarly, for the slashy strings, the content you need to place between /, and at the end you have the /. In between you can place the content. If there is any G expression is there, string it will be interpolated, and it is going to support the multi-line, and in order to escape the new line, you are going to use the /. $/ strings are, again, it is going to be start with the $/ and are going to end with the /$. In between you can place the content. If there is any G expression is there, string can be interpolated, and also it is going to support the multi-line. If you want to escape the multi-line, you put the $. And also whatever the operations you are going to do on the strings in Java language, everything is going to hold good for your G strings as well. Hope you are clear with the string concept in Groovy, and if you have any questions, please comment on my YouTube video. Thanks for watching.